Good morning and welcome to Fall 2008 SMART Goals. So far this morning you should have already turned in your binder for a binder and notes check, as well as taken out a pen or a pencil to do this activity. So if you've not grabbed a pen or pencil, please do so immediately. After the video is done and you're working, the tutors will then call up people that their binder are ready and you need to go turn in your binder notes check today before you leave. Do not take it home with you, just like normal. So I'll give you a minute. Go ahead and pause the video, grab a pen or a pencil, and then at the same time the sub will be passing out a packet. So at this point you should have a packet and a pen or a pencil. So go ahead and I'll pause for just a moment. Great, so you should now have everything that you need to complete today's activity. So within the packet, the very first page, you will see Michael Jordan. On the left, you have his name, and on the right, it says name and period. Please include your name and period right now. Make sure it's legible, and do not forget your last name. Great, so we're going to pause the video again in just a moment. And what I want you to do is I want you to read an excerpt out of Michael Jordan's latest book and take a moment to read it. You don't need to do anything except for read it. You will tell the sub that you're ready to move on when your packet has been turned over. So read, and when you're done, turn the packet over. That will tell the sub that he can now move on. Okay, so welcome back. I hope you enjoyed reading a little bit about his ideas, especially when it comes to goal setting and what needs to be accomplished to become someone as famous as Michael Jordan. If you have any questions about him, just give him a Google or come talk to me about it. Now, going back to that first page, go ahead and we are now going to watch a video about SMART goals. Some of you have heard of SMART goals, some of you have no idea what they are. Please sit back, relax. You do not need to take notes on these. Please enjoy the video on goal setting.
Regardless if it is professional or personal, we all struggle sometimes to achieve our goals. Many times our struggle is not because of a lack of effort, but rather how our goals have been structured. Anytime you set a goal, or if you find yourself struggling while working towards a goal, keep in mind the word SMART. SMART is an acronym that can be used to help evaluate and add structure to your goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and time-bound. SMART begins with asking yourself the degree to which a goal is specific. This is arguably the most important part of establishing or evaluating a goal. The less specific a goal, the more difficult it is to determine how long the goal should take to complete or how to measure success. Consider the difference between a goal to get healthy versus the goal to lose weight versus the goal to lose 10 pounds. The goal to get healthy is much less specific than a goal to lose 10 pounds. The next question to ask: how is the goal measured? What determines success? Some goals may be best measured by a simple yes or no, such as the goal of climbing to the top of a mountain, while other goals are better measured by using metrics such as the goal to lose 10 pounds. The key to measurement is making sure that in whatever way the goal is measured, it accurately reflects success. For instance, if you do not have access to a scale, then measuring weight loss will be difficult and less accurate. An alternative measure may be to track how many inches you have lost around the waist. But to what extent does this accurately reflect the goal? Without access to a reliable way of measuring weight, we may want to consider buying a scale or restructuring our goal. Actionable is not asking yes or no, but how will the goal be achieved? What is our action plan? Do we have the resources and capabilities required to achieve success? If not, what are we lacking? Well-designed goals provide clarity of action. If the actions required to achieve a goal are unclear, or there are a large number of actions that need to be taken, we should consider breaking down the main goal into manageable, actionable sub-goals. In isolation, any single goal is relevant, but in life, we most often are in the process of pursuing multiple goals. A common issue we face is having too many goals at the same time or pursuing the wrong goals. With this in mind, we need a mechanism to help us monitor our goals to make sure we are pursuing our most relevant goals at any given moment in time. One technique is to place goals in a matrix that looks at effort required versus perceived value of achieving the goal. Not always, but most of the time we will want to focus our energy on low-effort, high-value goals. Another technique is to use the Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule. Ask, which are the 20% of goals that will provide me with 80% of my return? The last thing we want to make sure is that goals are time-bound. By including a specific date by which a goal should be accomplished, it helps provide incentive and allows us to monitor progress. Consider the difference between the goal to lose 10 pounds and the goal to lose 10 pounds in 10 weeks. Simply by including an element of time, we can now calculate how much we should be losing each week, and if after 5 weeks we have only lost 1 pound, we can revisit our action plan. Be wary of any goal that is open-ended, such as the common goal to learn a foreign language. Last, it is important to reinforce that goal setting is not an event. It is an ongoing process of action, evaluation, and revision. It is not about lowering goals or standards to ensure success. It is about recognizing goals are dynamic because life is dynamic. We do not live in a static world. Life happens. A goal that is relevant today may be irrelevant tomorrow. When using SMART, stay flexible and motivated by setting aside time to reevaluate your goals on a regular basis.
So now within your packet, you have this worksheet. So go ahead and go to this worksheet. Great. So as you can see, within the worksheet, you have SMART. SMART. Now, I want you to choose one goal. Right now, it's easiest to choose an academic goal because you can have academic and you can have social goals in this assignment. However, let's start with academic. In academic, choose one thing. Now, as you're choosing the one thing, we want to break it down so that it's easier. So what, when, where, and how will the behavior be done? So what do you want? What will the goal accomplish? So in the end, what is the end result? How and why will it be accomplished? Next is measurable. So how are we going to measure that it actually happened? So if my goal is more of an academic goal, and I am looking to raise my grade of C in Spanish to a B, I can measure that from looking at my grades, and it went from a C to a B. And so that's how it's measured. If I want something specifically like the 10-pound goal that was just in the video, you can get on the scale to see 10 pounds. So it really needs to be something that you can check up on yourself to see the growth and see the change. Action-oriented or actionable, or what type of actions? So what steps to meet or reach your goal? What do you actually need to do? You can't just have this pie-in-the-sky goal and say, oh, I'm going to have straight A's. If you currently have straight F's, you're never going to accomplish that goal. So what do you necessarily need versus what do you not need? What is a necessity? Also, what is the motivation for your goal? What is holding, what is holding you in place that you really, really want to accomplish? And then realistic. It's not realistic for all of us to go to Harvard next year. That's not a realistic goal. So think about it. Is it going to help you? What are the reasons behind it? Is it something that you can attain within the time frame that you give yourself? And then lastly is timely, or the time frame. So tell yourself, within 4 weeks, by the end of first quarter, by the way, which is next week, by the end of the semester, which is January 2019, within the next 3 weeks, no later than Christmas. Give yourself some kind of a time frame. Give yourself a specific date. You may not just say at some point. That's not allowed. So if you look at your packet, you create one goal. And of that one goal, what you're going to do is you're going to break it down. Don't do 5 goals. Just pick one. And then right here at the bottom of the screen where it says My SMART Goal, you're going to write a very specific SMART goal. So your SMART goal could be something similar to, by December 12th, 2019, I will have a B in Spanish. It's that simple. You can go more in depth, but make sure it is very specific. Do not say, I will do better. No, you won't. Better is a general term. It's not specific enough, okay? Do not say, by December 12th, 2018, I will have lost weight. Okay, but that's not specific enough. It needs to be stronger. I need to know exactly what your goal is. Next, when you turn the page one more time after this page has been done, you will see your SMART Goals worksheet. So you put your name on it, put your period number, the start date is at the top already for you. What you're going to do is create 5 SMART Goals. Now, this is your warm-up for this. So do this worksheet first, make sure you know what you're doing. Feel free to check it with a neighbor. Then do this worksheet. So you're going to have 5 SMART goals. So for goal number 1, what is your goal? What is SMART? Write everything out for me. Go deep. And then tell me, why is this goal important to you? Well, that goes right here. Now, 1, 2, 3 goals have to be long-term. 3 goals have to be long-term. Long-term is 1 to 3 years in length. 1 to 3 years in length. 2 goals have to be short-term. Now, your short-term goals are going to be before the end of this particular semester. So that's fall 2018, or fall 2018 ends January 2019. So however you want to write it. So you're going to write 5 of them. All 5 are allowed to be academic goals. They don't have to be. However, academic goals are easier than writing a social goal. A social goal would be maybe, I will improve the relationship with my little brother by going out for ice cream with him once a week. Okay, something to that effect. However, again, it's still vague because social goals are difficult to write. Academic goals are a little bit more measurable, and so it's easier for you. Now, you're going to have the period to finish this packet. So once again, you read Michael Jordan, you watched the video, you then went and did one worksheet of SMART goals. You figured out how to write a SMART goal. And then lastly, you're going to work on this particular worksheet, which gives you 5 goals. 3 long-term, so 1 to 3 years out. 2 short-term by the end of this semester. And all 5 of them are allowed to be academic, but 3 of them are required to be academic. When you are done with this packet, I want you to keep it because on Monday we are going to continue the discussion and we're going to go deeper with this. If you have any questions, ask the sub. He can easily text or email me. And if you don't want to, you can send me a message in Canvas inbox as well. Have a great day. Don't forget to turn in your binder notes check form, as well as anyone who accidentally took home their TRF. Make sure that that is turned in today before you go home. Have a great day, guys.